Hey Adam. Adam, so if you download the latest long-term release version of QGIS, I think it's an MSI, then you can install it on your PC, and what it'll do is it'll unpack it onto your drive, and then it gives you all the little shortcut paths in a little folder, and it packages it and sticks it on your desktop. So this is the one I'm going to open up here. I usually just cut that out, and just stick it on my desktop. So I'm going to open up a session of QGIS. Okay, so I've got that running in the background. So now that's what QGIS looks like. And we'll come back to that, because what I need to do then is I need to capture the information from that HD diagram. So what I've done is I've captured the first 4 records in an Excel spreadsheet, and then I exported them to a CSV. Okay, so I created 3 columns, point for A, B, C, D. So you'll need to do all of those up to R. If you'll notice, there's no I here. So there's no I on SG diagrams because I's look like ones. And also there shouldn't be an O either. OP. Oh, they've got an O. Okay, they're using O's. I'm not too sure they use O's anymore. But maybe they did in 1973. Okay, so that's saved as a CSV now. Okay, so that's a text file we can import. So if we go back to QGIS over here, okay, so now this is a typical desktop GIS solution, except this is QGIS, so it's an open source one. And we've got our layers panel, our map view, and then all of our tools and toolbars. So we need to add a data layer to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this little button, Open Data Source Manager. And then you can choose vector, raster, all the different types of layers you want to add. But we want to add a delimited text layer. And then we need to browse for it. So it's on my desktop. There it is there, HD diagram. And I want to choose the CSV. And if I choose file format CSV, it should pull it through into 3 separate columns, which is what we expect to see here. And then it automatically assumes that you are going to use the X and Y columns as your lat and longitude. So Y being latitude, X being longitude. And what I've done here is I've gone and looked for the correct coordinate reference system. So if you don't see it here, what you'll need to do is click on this little button and then just type in there 22287 and then select Cape 27. So your ST diagram said 27. So I'm assuming it's Cape 1880. So it's Clark 1880, and the datum is Cape datum, and it's LO27. And I know that because it's from 1973. After 1999, they started using a different datum and a different ellipsoid. The ellipsoid is WGS84, and then the datum is Harter-Beerstook 94. Okay, so it's the same projection. It's transverse Mercator, but they just use a different ellipsoid and a different datum. Okay, so with that, we can say OK. And then let's click Add and Close. Okay, so whenever you add data to QGIS for the first time, it assumes the coordinate reference system of the first layer that you add. Okay, so if we just want to see if this is in the right place, what we can do is we can label it first of all. So let's go and label according to the points. Okay, so points A, B, C, D. Now, if we look at this A, B, C, D, you see this is actually upside down. But no reason to panic yet, because those values, that Y value in the CSV is positive. So that's probably because this has been inverted. So the minute we choose a different projection, this will flip around. So let's just go to okay, so if you don't have this, what you'll need to do is you need to go to Quick Map, to the plugins, manage and install plugins, and then go and select these plugins are like software that are, you know, like scripts that people write that extend the capability of your package, let's say. But if you come in here and you choose all and then just search for Quick, then select Quick Map Services and let QGIS install that. Then what you'll need to do is come to Quick Map Services under the Web menu and then choose Settings, and then you want to go to an option here, More Services, and just select Get Contribution Pack, and that'll update the number of services you get. So now let's go back to Web Quick Map Services. You'll see there'll be a whole lot more options here, whereas previously you would have only had a couple. So let's turn on the OpenStreetMap standard layer. There it is there. And you see how this writing is upside down. Now that tells me that it's been flipped. So what I can do is if I change my coordinate reference system for the map view, so I click down here, and let's go change this to WGS84. So if you type in 4326 and then choose WGS84, authority ID 4326, and say OK, then it flips it over. And now you'll see, if we compare it to the diagram, that it's, I'm going to make these just a little bigger so we can see them. You make that 4 and I don't know, something nice and bright that we can see. Now if we look at the diagram A, B, C, A, B, C, you can see north arrows there. So we just, if we rotated that image, you can see A should be actually be below B and C. So that looks right. So then what you can do, just hold on a second, I'll be back. Okay, so if you look at that, then you've got points. But if you don't want points, you actually want the boundaries. What you'll then need to do is create a polygon layer. So for instance, you come up here, select this option. And then what we'll do is we'll go to, let's go back to our SD diagram folder and just call it, I don't know, whatever the site name is, right? It's going to be a polygon. Now we can choose the same coordinate reference system as the map view if you want, and this is actually what you wanted. So what we'll do is we'll leave it as EPSG 4326. We can give it some columns. So this is adding fields to the attribute table. Name, I don't know, maybe you could say source. I guess this is all up to you. And then you can say OK. So now we've got a new layer. Let's just pop it down there. Let's start editing it. So we click on this button to start editing. Now we want to snap to these buttons. So what you can do is right click on your toolbar up here and go and choose the toolbar that says snapping toolbar. Select the little magnet to activate snapping, then select the button next to it and choose open snapping options. Select advanced configuration, snap to diagram. And now I'm assuming you've got all of them captured here. Okay. Then what we can do is we can, with that active, click on this little button to add a new polygon feature, and we can go doop, 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 doop. And I assume you captured some more down here, let's say. I'm just guessing. Right click to finish. You'll get this little form. You can give it a, I think one's fine. Name, Klagstorp, and this was from SG, I don't know. Whatever, I'm just making this up. Clock 1880, yada yada yada. Okay. Hello 27. Probably haven't got enough records there. Anyway, okay, so then you've got your polygon layer. So now you want to look at that in Google Earth. Just right click on that, say export save features as, and we want to choose the format KML. Go put it in that same folder. We'll just go boundary Klagstorp, save. Okay, we don't have to add it. We can say okay. Now let's go open up Google Earth. So I've got Google Earth Pro. Oh, there it is up there. Google Earth Pro. And then now I just need to open up that KML and to see if it came in the right place. And then you can see if it worked or not. So open up. Oh, it's on my desktop. Desktop, ST diagram, Klagstorp, brown. Okay. And in fact, if you have the cadastral base layers, you can also try and see if it sits in the right place. So maybe there are some issues here. So let's just add that as a kind of last. Which province is this in? Klagstorp? Is that Northwest? Let's just try Northwest. So I'm going to open up some SG diagrams from some layers. Oops. For that part of the world, Surveyor General, Northwest, Earth. Huh. Okay, I don't have anything here. It's interesting. Let's just add some other stuff. If it's not Earth, farm portion, communal land, farm portion. Let's try farm portion. I guess that's maybe why you need it, because you don't have the cadastral data. Okay, so you get the idea. So that's how it works. I'd be interested to know if it looks like it's lining up with where it should do. If you have any other questions, give me a shout. Yeah, QGIS should be able to help you with that query. So good luck. Let me know how it goes. Okay, cheers.